from rivals to resources, mastering the strategy of using opponents. Unlocking the secrets of power. In the game of power, the rules are constantly changing. Alliances are forged and broken, enemies become friends, and friends become foes. But what if you could unlock the secrets of power and gain the upper hand? Welcome back to our channel, where we're exploring the timeless wisdom of Robert Greene's iconic book, The 48 Laws of Power. Last time, we uncovered the secrets of the first law. Today, we're diving into the second law. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Get ready to challenge your assumptions about friendship, loyalty, and power. The second law, as outlined by Robert Greene in The 48 Laws of Power, will reveal the hidden dynamics of relationships and show you how to turn enemies into allies and friends into powerful assets. The friend zone. Navigating the double-edged sword of loyalty. Friends, the people we trust, confide in, and rely on. But what happens when loyalty and friendship collide with self-interest and ambition? When we put too much trust in friends, we risk being blindsided by their own interests and agendas. Friends can become liabilities, holding us back or even stabbing us in the back. But friends can also be a source of strength and support. By understanding the complexities of friendship and loyalty, we can build stronger, more resilient relationships that help us achieve our goals. The enemy within. Turning adversaries into allies. In the game of power, enemies are often seen as obstacles to be eliminated. But what if I told you that your enemies could be your greatest assets? Enemies can be a source of motivation, driving us to innovate and improve. They can also provide valuable insights, revealing weaknesses and opportunities that we may have overlooked. By learning how to use enemies, we can turn competitors into collaborators and stay ahead of the curve. This is the art of turning adversity into advantage. Navigating the landscape of power, threats, and opportunities. In the high-stakes game of power, the landscape is constantly shifting. New threats emerge, and unexpected opportunities arise. To stay ahead of the game, you must be aware of the dangers that lurk in the shadows and the opportunities that hide in plain sight. Threats can come in many forms. A rival, a changing market, or a hidden enemy. But opportunities can be just as elusive. A new partnership, an emerging trend, or a hidden talent can be the key to unlocking your success. By developing a keen sense of awareness, you can anticipate threats before they arise and capitalize on opportunities before they slip away. This is the art of navigating the landscape of power. The hidden price tag. Understanding the true value of relationships. Imagine that every person you know has a hidden price tag. A price tag that reveals their true motivations, desires, and limitations. This is the harsh reality of the second law of power. We like to think that our friends and allies are loyal and trustworthy. But the truth is, everyone has a price tag. Everyone can be bought, sold, or traded, often without us even realizing it. By acknowledging this uncomfortable truth, we can avoid being blindsided by those we trust. we can build stronger, more resilient relationships and make more informed decisions about who to trust. The moral dilemma. Navigating the gray area between betrayal and survival. Imagine standing at the edge of a precipice with a chasm of uncertainty below. On one side, the rocky cliff of betrayal. On the other, the steep slope of survival. This is the moral dilemma we face when confronted with the second law of power. Sometimes, the line between betrayal and survival is blurred. We may be forced to make impossible choices where loyalty and self-preservation collide. But by acknowledging this gray area, we can prepare ourselves for the tough decisions ahead. We can weigh our options carefully, considering both the short-term gains and long-term consequences. The art of reconciliation versus realignment, knowing when to pivot. In the game of power, relationships are constantly shifting. Enemies become allies, and friends turn into foes. But how do you navigate these complex webs of loyalty and interest? The answer lies in mastering the art of reconciliation and realignment. Reconciliation can be a powerful tool for rebuilding relationships and achieving common goals. But it's equally crucial to recognize when realignment is necessary, whether it's switching sides, forming new alliances, or adjusting our strategy to stay ahead. So, how do you know when to reconcile and when to realign? The key is to stay adaptable, stay informed, and stay true to your core interests. Pitfalls of power. Avoiding the most common mistakes. As you master the second law of power, beware of the pitfalls that can undermine your success. Here are the most common mistakes to avoid. 1. The blind trust trap. Don't assume that friends and allies will always have your back. Even those closest to you can have hidden agendas and conflicting interests. 2. The enemy blind spot. Don't underestimate the power of your enemies. They can often provide valuable insights, unexpected alliances, or even become future friends. 3. The flexibility failure. Stay adaptable and willing to pivot when circumstances change. A rigid strategy can lead to disaster in a rapidly shifting landscape. From Napoleon's disastrous Russian campaign to Robert Mugabe's downfall, history is littered with examples of those who failed to avoid these pitfalls. By recognizing and avoiding these common mistakes, you'll be better equipped to apply the second law of power effectively and achieve your goals. Outsmarting obstacles. The art of staying ahead. In the high-stakes game of power, obstacles are inevitable. But what separates the winners from the losers is their ability to outsmart, outmaneuver, and outlast the competition. So, how can you overcome obstacles and stay ahead of the game? Here are the key strategies to keep in mind. 1. Trust no one too much. Maintain a healthy dose of skepticism towards friends and allies. Remember, even the closest relationships can turn sour when interests collide. 2. Turn enemies into assets. Learn to use enemies to your advantage. Sometimes, the most unlikely opponents can become valuable allies or provide crucial insights. 3. Stay adaptable and open. Stay adaptable and open to new opportunities. In a rapidly changing landscape, flexibility and agility can be the difference between success and failure. By mastering these strategies, you'll be better equipped to overcome obstacles, outsmart the competition, and achieve your goals. Modern-day example: Hungary's foreign policy, a masterclass in strategic maneuvering. In the world of international diplomacy, few countries have played the game of power and influence as skillfully as Hungary. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Viktor Orbán, Hungary has deftly navigated the complex web of alliances and rivalries in Europe, often taking an unconventional approach to diplomacy. Imagine being a small country in a region dominated by powerful players like Germany and Russia. How do you assert your independence and achieve your goals without getting crushed? Hungary's answer has been to maintain a delicate balance between its commitments as a NATO member and its economic and cultural ties with Russia. Despite being part of the Western military alliance, Hungary has managed to maintain a healthy relationship with Russia, cooperating on key issues like energy and trade. This balancing act requires a deep understanding of the complex interests and motivations at play, as well as a willingness to take calculated risks. Hungary's diplomatic policy on the Ukrainian war with Russia is a prime example of this delicate balancing act. Prime Minister Viktor Orbán has positioned himself as a potential peacemaker, embarking on a peace mission that included visits to Kyiv, Moscow, Beijing, and the U.S. Orbán's approach has been to maintain good relations with Russia, while also being a member of NATO and the European Union. This has led to criticism from some EU partners, who accuse Hungary of being too close to Russia. By doing so, Hungary has been able to punch above its weight, securing key victories on issues like migration and economic policy. It's a testament to the power of strategic maneuvering and the importance of applying the second law of power in the real world. Conclusion. And that's a wrap on our exploration of the second law of power. By now, you should have a deep understanding of how to apply this law to your personal and professional life. Remember, the second law is not just about being cautious of friends and allies, but also about recognizing the value of enemies and competitors. It's about building strategic relationships, anticipating threats and opportunities, and staying ahead of the curve. By mastering the second law, you'll be able to navigate the complex web of power dynamics, achieve your goals, and unlock your full potential. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the second law of power. We hope you found inspiration and insights to help you achieve your goals. Now, it's your turn. Share your thoughts, questions, and experiences in the comments below. Let's continue the conversation and learn from each other. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content on power, strategy, and personal growth. Join us next time as we explore more laws of power and uncover the secrets to achieving success and mastery.